Okay. Let me show you live. Okay. You're live, guys. We are alive. All right. I'm going to share the link on the Discord group so that people immediately join. All right. Hello, guys. Welcome back to my channel. This is your and you guys know what we already. So in this channel, everything we do here is trading, forex, alright, majorly forex, major trade, uh, specifically USD. And I want to welcome you guys to another awesome episode of our live streaming session. And for the fantastic guys out there that have been following this channel and have been engaging and have been consistent, I will want to welcome you guys specifically. And if you're joining, please remember to like the video so that the video can be recommended to other users or audience here on YouTube so that they can join the community so that we will eventually have a huge community and share the fun, alright? For the guys that have been joining me, we know that what I focus on is real USD. There are times I try to step out a bit, but yeah, generally it's real USD. So on today's price action, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a buy, which is still the same bias from yesterday's bias. And what am I expecting from the market? Just a quick one. Let me give you guys the speculations and the things I'm looking out for and how we gauge the market based on what price is going to be going forward. So what level I want the market to do is twice of this level first, okay? So I like where the market is, but we need the market to do something for us, which is what? To come down there, break it or twice it. You don't want to do it. Also, I want to bring you guys attention to the news around here. Okay, we have news around 1:30 West African time. For the guys that are joining me in any other part of the world, you can do this conversion yourself. I'm currently on West African time. I'm wishing you guys all the way from West Africa, Nigeria to the precise. And I have a couple of alerts here. Maybe I might have to do this because I'm already here. Mostly I like to have this because there are times I'm doing something else and I would want the market to notify me if this price level is already taken out or twice. Right? So that's that about that. So the level I'm looking for the market to break through, the first step is we want market to break that. Remember, so anytime we want to, so anytime we pick a direction, it's always important that price trade against us. Okay? That's my that's the way I look at it, alright? Sorry. So the good thing or the expectation that I would want the market to do is what? To swipe that low. The chances of that happening, I don't know, but if we are going to take this market or we are going to enter this trade, I strongly recommend that market does that. This is not me trying to predict what the market is going to do. This is me coming up with stories to align myself to what price is doing and also give room for price to align itself to what I'm expecting. So I have an expectation and I have a bias. The first thing is that I have a bias, alright? And my bias is to buy. Then I have some expectations that I want try to give me in order to either validate my bias or to discourage me. All right. In this situation that we find ourselves in, if market will start pricing up, it will discourage me. I wouldn't want that. Okay. But if price can sit down, what average, it increases my confidence level and my bias to enter the trade. Okay. So what you can do if you are if you don't like extra confirmation, you just want to enter the trade and you not keep entering the trade because there is some trading to enter. But this is you deciding that you want to enter because you've done your analysis and you have a bias and you really want to buy the market. I recommend you, do your thing and set your entry here. That is you want to buy. If your bias is to buy, I think this is a good place to put a something on that. Alright? Maybe you can add your stop loss at that rate there. Alright? So this is you entering on just entering early. But I myself I like to take my time. Alright? I like to take my time. And I have a set of rules. So mostly doing videos like this or live streaming like this, you hear me say things like my strategy, this is in line with my strategy, or this is not in line with my strategy. In summary, all I'm just saying is there are some set of rules I have for myself, alright? And these set of rules are rules that I came up with based on my experience so far trading financial markets and also my experience and things that I got from doing back testing, all right, rigorous back testing. So based off on that, I came up with some set of rules that I intend to follow regardless of what the price is doing. And for the guys that have been joining my live stream before now, they will clearly witness that we try as much as possible to follow those strategies. We try as much as possible to make sure that all the decisions we make are based off on that strategy. Alright? So the reason why I would want the market to strike below first is because I have a strategy. And my strategy says that if I want to buy, alright, if I want to buy and I've done my proper analysis and I already know the direction that I would want the market to go, or I expect the market to go. Once I've done all of those analysis, I base them on a simple set of rules, which is accumulation manipulation. Alright? So I said accumulation manipulation. I'm not going to hide it from you guys, right? But I don't just treat it like that. So there are other things like this also. Alright? And those things that I'm talking about now is it's not started on concrete. It's not like I have a holy grail somewhere that I use in doing this. It comes from just doing back testing and studying the chart, spending time on the chart, seeing things that are you know some patterns on the chart that are more consistent than others, and also understanding institutional price levels and things like that. Okay. So the only thing I have against this country now is two things. Sorry, I'm going to digest this because I'm just looking at what this price is doing. This level is the new point from this breakout before. If you look at this swing high here, you had a breakout out of that swing high. And remember what I told you guys, every time it's falling in, sorry guys, let's see this there. So, hello? Okay, I think I know why. Alright, thank you for reminding me.
Okay. Sorry guys. Can you guys hear me? I hope you guys can hear me now. I'm not currently I'm not currently looking at the. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, now I see my voice is not audible. I hope it's audible now. So sorry, guys. I hope my voice is audible now. Apologies for that. I think my mic was misbehaving there. But hopefully you guys can hear me now. And I've pretty much spent a couple of times there, and I didn't even know you guys couldn't hear me. But I believe you guys can hear me now. So, as I was saying, I think I might have to start from the beginning because you guys did not even hear me all along. So, well, yeah, looking at the chart already, you can see that I have some levels already drawn out there, and all the things I was saying uh, while you guys couldn't hear me, or maybe I wasn't that audible, was just trying to give context on how I approach the market, things that I expect from the market, and our game plan based on how we want to uh, tackle the market today. So there are a couple of things that I pointed out, and I'm going to go over them again because you guys said I wasn't audible. So I believe you guys can hear me now. So the thing is that if I should jump on this market blindly, okay, it means here would have been a good entry point. All right. See, that middle point there would have been a good entry point right there. All right. And you see the market pull down to that point. Now we are seeing some indecision candle forming here, although it's green, but yeah. But the reason why we want this low to be taken out is because remember we have a set of rules we follow, and based on my rule, it's very important that that low needs to be taken out. That low needs to be swiped. They don't need to close it. It's not a must he has to break it. Any swipe works. Whether the market goes into it, then come back up. But the point is that that level needs to be taken out. It's a must. It's non-negotiable based on the strategy that I follow. I was explaining the strategy while you guys were saying that I wasn't audible. I apologize for that. It was from my mic. My mouthpiece was shitty, but I think I fixed that. So I believe you guys can hear me now. All right, yeah, thank you for pointing that out. I see on the chat that you guys can hear me, which is good. I appreciate that. And I welcome you guys. So for the guys, if you're live on the video, I'm seeing only one like here. If you've not liked this video, please try and like it because that's the only way you can give back to FX Adventure. We need the video to go far and wide. So we need the community to grow. And the only way you can help us is the least like on the video is pretty much appreciated. So I was explaining mm, a lot of things. I've been saying a lot of things. It's not so easy for me to keep track of what I'm saying all the time, but I think I just keep on saying things. So while I think I was saying I was explaining the strategy, all right? Yeah. So my strategy is just simple. It's simple accumulation, manipulation, distribution. All right. It's as simple as that, but there are other things that I put into consideration. All right. And how do I come about all those things that I put into consideration? It's as simple as, uh, well, to me, it might be simple, personally speaking, but it is as simple as backtesting, doing a backtesting, rigorous backtesting, rigorous looking at the chart, spend time on the chart, understand technical analysis, understand institutional price levels, understand how price affects the the market. All right. There is something that people, most traders do. All right. And what they basically do is everybody is focused on the price. But if you look at the chart, there are two things on the chart. There is time and there is and there is price. On the y-axis, you see the price. On the x-axis, there is time. And for the guys that did engineering or you did science in your secondary school or high school, as the case may be, you would understand that when it comes to chart, two things are influencing the points on the chart, the y-axis and the x-axis. So in the case of price action, we have on the y-axis is the price. Most people pay attention to the price, but they forget that there is time, and time influences price the same way price influences time. So yeah, that's that about that. I don't like the fact that they want to start reject going back up now. We don't want them to take out this high. If they take out this high, they are violating the principles and all the set of rules that I would want price to do. It's very important that price swipes that low. Maybe I'm being stubborn now, because if I'm not being stubborn and I'm being a little bit accommodating, the best entry would have been that middle point. And you see the market has touched that middle point, at least with this big red candle here. That midpoint, I'm going to pull this candle down. See that midpoint there? I would draw it out for you. I'll draw it out and I'll call it midpoint. So that midpoint there is actually the level I would say is okay to buy now, but there is a but there, a very big but. The big but there is that I've done back testing. I've done the mathematical part of things. I've had my own humble little experience with price, and I've noticed some patterns on how price deliver. So the only reason why I'm not taking this trade now, because I think this is a very good place to enter this trade for a buy. I'm not gonna lie. It's because of that low. All right. So once this low is taken out, I think the only thing we'll be looking for is the leg in. All right. I call it the leg in, but what I actually mean by leg in is the buy setup. So it's not like once that level is broken, we'll just enter immediately. No. So once that level is broken or swiped, either one price wants to do with it, the next thing we'll be looking for is for the buy setup to come into place. So once we see the buy setup, then we can now enter. All right. And I think I pointed out this news that is around the corner here, around 1:30 or so. So we should be worried about this news. The last time we saw news on our live streaming, the market moved so fast that we felt like we wouldn't get a pullback, which will I say fortunately or unfortunately, the pullback came in. But when the pullback came in, we already closed the live streaming. Okay. So today I'm optimistic that if price is able to take out this low first, all right, like I said, come back down, take out that low. Whether they want to close below it or swipe it, either one they does is okay. But the point is that low needs to be taken out. That low needs to be taken out. Based on my strategy, it's not a must. It's not a must he has to take it out. Remember, like I told you guys, there is possibility that they might not want to take it out and they will just start reversing. And I think that's what they want to start doing here. As you guys can see, the buy is just coming in now, which we don't want that. And if we to so I'm going to do a couple of things. This drawing I want to draw out now is if we went early. So I'll call this early setup. All right. The early setup is, we already know the level, so I will delete that because I want my chart to be clean. And I will take into consideration of the slippage, which will be around there. And of course, we take also that on the stop loss part, our slippage, which will be around there. And this would have been our entry. Would have. I know the why I'm using would have, because if the market is already buying now, I think it's late for us, but hopefully I don't expect them to start swiping the high there. Maybe I should have entered early, but I'm not going to put myself into that condition. If it doesn't align properly to what I'm expecting, then I might as well just leave them. So this is an ideal setup, okay? This is an ideal setup. 2 to 1 would be around there. This would have been the best setup, or rather the early entry setup. I'll call it early entry setup. And if you look at what price did, you see how you see that red candle there. I told you guys that red candle was the guy that came to that point. Now you see the buy is coming in. Hopefully they don't take out this high. I'm trying to find the word, but yeah, I'll just use my word of mouth to say that one. So what I'm just trying to say is that I think this is already late. I think this is late, but never say never. Never say never. What I'm just trying to say is that I need that low to be taken out before that high is taken out. What do I mean? Remember that this low, I said I need market to swipe out first, break first, say break first before breaking above. That's the plan. All right, so that's the plan. And yeah, I'll feel bad if I miss out on this trade. I'll feel bad if I'm being honest with you guys. I'll feel bad uh because this is going to be a good buy. It's going to be a good buy, that I know. The only issue why we did not enter this trade is just a small thing, which is what we needed this low to be taken out first, or we expected market to take out that low first. That's the only reason why we are not in this trade now, is because we wanted this low to be taken out first. So that's the only expectation, or that's the only thing that would make us to enter this trade. If this low is not taken out first, we will not enter. It means today we will not take any trade. All right. If the market decides to trade above and take out this high first, then I'm not interested anymore. I will just close the stream. Let me even put it here so that you guys can see that. So if high is taken before the low, we close stream. So if you want this stream to still be here, I'd like you to pull out your prayer mat and put some prayers out there, and let's pray that this high doesn't get swiped before the low. Okay, I like the fact that that rejection is coming in, which is good. I think a price is still with us. Price is still aligning with us. So I'm going to remove this position here so that you guys don't get confused and people don't get the wrong misconception there. But yeah, you get the point. So this would have been our early entry, which I don't recommend because it's good to make sure that you follow your strategy from A to Z. All right. For the guys that have been with me, they would bear witness that I always say things like this. I say a good trade is not a trade that you have a win in it. You can have a losing trade and still be a good trade. What do I mean? In definition, a good trade, in my opinion, can be defined as a trade that follows all your set of rules. Everything that you are looking out for in the market, you make sure, or you made sure rather, that the market gave you everything. So regardless of all the setup you saw, all the check box you have in your list, market or price rather, have ticked all of them. All right. You expect. I'm giving an example now. Let's say you are trading with RSI. The RSI was in overbought. The MACD was in overbought. A couple of other criterias or set of rules that you have for yourself, the market meets all of them, but maybe unfortunately that trade did not go well. That trade is still a good trade. What makes it a good trade? What makes it a good trade is because that trade aligns with everything you expected from the market. You can have a winning trade and it will still be a bad trade. What do I mean? A winning trade is a gambled trade. Let's say you just come now, you say, okay, I have $10. What do I want to do? Okay, I just want to buy. You are buying just out of emotions, out of feelings. Your buying doesn't have any foundation. There is no thought process behind it. There is no strategy behind it. There is no set of rules behind it. There is no technical analysis behind it. You are just trading based on vibes and emotion. That's a bad trade. And that trading pattern cannot last. So yeah, I just want to say that I think I'm taking out some time now to explain a lot of things while we wait for the market to give us what we want. Um, so yeah, that is why you see me. I am very adamant that that level needs to taken out first. I am very very stubborn when it comes to my strategy. I'm very very stubborn with it, very very. And what do I mean? If my strategy say put hand in fire, I will put hand in fire because that's my strategy. If my set of rules say stand, don't run, I will stand and I will not run. Even if hurricane is coming, I will stand there because of what my strategy said I should stand. So the same way my set of rules now, based on the price action I'm seeing here, based on the price formation, the candle formation, based on the direction I want to go, my strategy is saying that make sure that low is swiped before you enter. Make sure that low is swiped before you enter. And that's why I will just fold my arms and wait until that low is swiped. And in a situation whereby this low is not swiped and market goes to take out the high, I will just close the live stream. Everybody will go. Tomorrow we'll try again. Okay? So I just want to take out time to, say this because most of our decisions and actions that we take here is heavily dependent on our set of rules. And those set of rules they are non-negotiables. We cannot negotiate them. It's constant. It's a must that those rules need uh, to be met before we take any action. All right. So while we are waiting, I'm going to set an alert here. Okay. I'm going to set an alert here. And I'm also going to set an alert for the above. Okay. I want them to swipe down, to be honest. I don't want them to start going up now. But if they go up and swipe up, I'll close the live stream. I'm sorry. It's quite unfortunate, but all our prayer now should be they should not swipe up first. And that doesn't mean if they swipe up that the buy will not come in. No, trust me. Trust me, they can even swipe up now and the price will start going all the way to our main TP. You see all these drawings here? It was from yesterday's drawing, okay? All this drawing you see here. So this is the main liquidity we are targeting, okay? The liquidity we are targeting is up all the way up there. But let's say we have an entry on this trade, we might not even hold it all the way to that place because maybe before we reach there, we would have seen enough TP. Okay? But what I'm just trying to say is that it is highly important based on what I'm expecting that the market swipes down first. So if the market should swipe up first, that doesn't mean that the buy will not work. That doesn't mean that the setup or that doesn't mean that anything that price wants to do will not happen. Of course, if price wants the market to go up, it will buy regardless of whatever anybody thinks. But it is always good to ground yourself in your strategy. So your strategy is what keeps you grounded. It's what helps you to navigate the market without confusion, um, without getting lost, because you can easily get lost in what price is doing. A lot of things is going on here. A lot of things is going on in price. All right. So for you to ground yourself and save yourself the headache of either gambling or trading out of vibes, it is very important. It is highly important that you have some set of rules that guide you in those decisions that you make in the market. It's quite unfortunate that my own rule has put me in a point whereby I really need this low to be taken out. It's paining me, to be honest. If I'm to enter this trade or if I'm to trade based on my emotion, I already showed you guys the entry that I would have taken, and I can still show you guys again. The entry I would have taken is what, and I'll walk you guys through it. So, what do I mean? Since I want to buy, remember from my yesterday's live streaming, if you want to buy, what you should be paying attention is the swing high that the price is creating while you are waiting for that your buy. So if we should pay attention to what the price has done in the previous sessions here or quarter here, that you will see we have a swing high here. I'll point them out and you see the decisions I made there. There is a swing high here. There is also a swing high here. Where is that my drawing? There's also a swing high here. Maybe here also. Here, but it's not much. We'll pick this one here. Okay? So what do I mean? You see how price took out this swing high with this big green candle here. This big green candle you see that my mouse is hovering around. That's the big green candle that the market used in breaking the last swing high we see here, which shows that there is a trend change here. There is a change of character here. Okay? The market moved from lower high to lower lows into higher low, higher high. This is the higher low. This is the higher high here. So this higher low, based on my back testing, I figured out that whenever the trend changes, market tries to manipulate traders, especially when an accumulation has occurred. Market tries to manipulate traders that it wants to do the opposite. The market wants to manipulate traders that it wants to go one direction, regardless they want to go the opposite. So that's why I'm saying that since they have already dropped a low here that they used in taking out this high, I am expecting them to come back to destroy that low. So the essence of destroying that low is to all the people that initially have the stop loss on the initial breakout, they will stop them out. All right. Once they stop them out, then the actual move starts. So that's what I'm expecting here, and that's why I am very, very stubborn that I have to wait, and I will wait until that low is taken out. If they don't take out that low, I'm not entering, because what I'm avoiding is that if we enter now, they might decide to go up, all right? But due to the fact that, based on my back testing, it's not like it's a must, it has to happen that way. Trust me, we can go through this chart and I will show you places that the market did not even behave the way I expect it to behave now. And for the times that price doesn't do that, I don't force in trades. People that are trading with me will bear me witness. There are days, we can stay days without taking any trade. And the reason why we can stay days without taking any trade is because we do not see the setup we are looking for. We only trade when we see the setup we are looking for. If we don't see the setup we are looking for, we'll leave it alone. We'll leave it alone. So it's highly, highly important that the market gives us exactly what we're expecting. And if market gives us otherwise, then we don't make any decision. It's not a must you have to trade every day. At least trading less is even gives you more profit compared to trading more. If you doubt it, do your calculations. Let's say you have a sure trading entry, but the condition that you would be trading that entry is that that entry only comes once in a week, but you are sure that that entry that week, once it comes, it gives you a higher probability win. Then you compare it to another trading strategy that gives you maybe 10 trades in a week. But in that 10 trades in a week, it doesn't give you higher winning probability, because it means you can have maybe 5 wins, 5 losses in a week. But the other trading strategy that gives you 1 trade in a week with higher precision and winning margin, the person that is trading once in a week will make more money compared to the other person that is trading 10 times in a week. So the point is not how many times or how much trade do I take. The point should be, what quality of trades do you take and how less do you trade? That's where the money is. And another thing you should take uh, into consideration is your risk to reward. But that one is obvious. I think everybody in my channel should know that, because I say it all the time. Your risk to reward is as important as the candle. It's as important as the entry point. It is as important as your stop loss. It is as important as your TP. And that's why I maintain the least 2 to 1. The least I can take in any trade is 2 to 1 and above. I can take 2 to 3, or I can take 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1, but the least I can take is 2 to 1. Anything below 2 to 1 is not viable for me, based on risk to reward, the calculation, the mathematics, the statistics behind it. It's a no-no for me. So it's very, very important that each of your trade at least should be aiming for 2 to 1. All right. So yeah, I think I've said a couple of things, and we are still here, and market has been playing around that level. It doesn't want to swipe down, neither does it want to swipe up, which is good. Remember, we don't want them to swipe up. We only want them to swipe down first. Down first. Very, very important. They need to swipe down first before we engage. If they don't do that, if they swipe up, we'll close the stream. We'll call it a day. All right. So while we wait, I know a couple of you guys don't like my choice of music. I'm sorry. Mm, I believe everybody is unique in their own way, and that uniqueness is what makes us good people. So, regardless whether you like my playlist or not, mm, just have to manage. So, but before I jump into the tunes, I hope you guys have liked the video. I don't know why I'm seeing only one like here. And I have like okay, I have only one concurrent viewer, so that means I don't even have much people spectating. Okay, I have two concurrent viewers now. I don't know how this thing works, but yeah, I have a very small community. I believe when we grow, things will be better. I believe when we grow, things will be a lot better. Here will be more engaging. And I would have more people in the chat section, and yeah, it will be collaborative. It will be more interesting, and we can even chip in one or two games in between. Depending on how the community is thriving. But in outside that, I would want anybody that is joining me live, whether new, old, um, users. I don't know why I'm using users here, because maybe the engineering part of me is has turned most of my uh grammar into technical terms. I don't mean you guys as users, but audience rather, or let me use the word community. So I have like two concurrent viewers, but I'm seeing only one like. So if you are here and you've not liked this video, you're a traitor. I cannot do anything, but I can only urge you to like the video. It's very important, because that's the only way the algorithm can suggest this video to other people to join. And if you're here and you've not subscribed to my channel, I don't know. I don't know. It means you don't like me, or you don't like what we are doing here, which is fine, because everybody has their likes. So if you don't like what we're doing here, it's okay. I'm not I'm not gonna apologize for it, because I believe everybody is different. I myself, personally speaking, I love coming here. I love doing live streaming. I love talking to myself. Because even before I had this small community here. Mostly whenever I do live streaming, is mainly me talking to myself. So I'm used to talking to myself. Is that a good thing? Because if someone should see you talking to yourself, they would assume that you're a crazy person. But I'm not a crazy person. I just like doing live streaming, and I love trading, to be honest. And I've been doing it for quite a while. Very frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. Very, very frustrating thing. But it's still good. It's still good, because we are getting a hold of it. We are understanding it gradually, and yeah, that's what I can say. So if you're here, you never like this video, again, you're a traitor. You are a traitor. You're a traitor. And if we fish you out, we'll carry you and go to the judiciary. So we'll sue you that you are enjoying our content, but you don't want to like our video. Then, if you are here, you are not subscribed, highly important you do, because our live streaming are not pre-scheduled. We only jump on live streaming when we have an interesting setup that we want to engage in. And so, due to it's not pre-scheduled, it's highly important that you subscribe, you turn on the notification, so that whenever we go live, you can always get that notification on that. Then, if you want a more personal connection, I have the Discord channel where I have some brilliant, awesome minds there. and yeah, they might want to be humble doing their thing, but I am fortunate to know a couple of them. They are big men, rich dudes. Most of them are tech dudes, and what I can say is that if you join the community, you tend to mingle, you meet people, and yeah, if you want that personal closeness off from what you are getting here, you can also join the Discord group. All you can do is use the comment section, and I will send you the link for you to join. And for the guys that are joining me live, if you are part of the Discord group and you have friends and people that would want to join, I don't think I'm collecting money from anybody to join, so it's a free. You can share because the aim of FX Adventure is generally we want to build a community of like minds, and when you mean like minds, I'm talking of people that wants to venture into financial market, and from there we can build ourselves either by sharing experiences or sharing knowledge within ourselves, and yeah, the point is we want to raise a community of strong, brilliant minds that are capable and able to take over the financial market, and yeah, be able to build out something that would serve us, and not only us, and even our generations to come. Because at the end of the day, it boils down to that. And yeah, I think some sell is coming in, looking more interesting. Let's see if that low is taken out. Okay, they came close to the low. They came close, but they did not swipe it. Like I said, it's important that they swipe it. If they don't swipe it, I'm not interested. They should keep their price. I will keep my money. It's very important. They came close to it. Very close. Very, very close. Very, very close. I'll put back the alert so that if they should cross it, the alert will beep. I like when the alert beeps. It kind of makes me like, okay, we are good to go now. But the thing now is that the market is coming close to that low just before the news. So we have like 10 minutes for this particular candle to completely print. So maybe in the next 10 minutes, we need the market, or rather, we need price to break that low. We need price to break that low. We came close to it, but now you can see the buys are coming back in again, which is not what we want. We want that low to be taken out. They came close to it, and I'm not going to make any excuse, uh, because one thing you would mistake you would do is that you would use, because okay, the market came close to it, it's okay, I can make the excuse and enter. No, if you try that, you will be destroyed. Every detail in price, don't overlook it. Every detail, even if it's a slight space, even if the space is not up to, I don't know, is there anything that is smaller than a pip? So this is one pip here. This is like one pip. Yeah, this is like one pip. This distance is like one pip. So I don't know what I will call the other, what do you call it, units in it, but I don't know. But the point I'm just trying to say is that if you look at that line we draw, if I should zoom in, now I'm zooming in, you see where the market came. The low we wanted the market to swipe is there. The market only came close to it and went back up. What's the distance? Let's even measure the distance. I don't even think it's up to one pip. See, it's not even up to 1 pip. It just came close to it, then started going up. I'm not going to fall for it. I'm not going to fall for it. I've seen things happen in price, and I can tell you, if price wants to deal with you, it's ruthless, it's merciless, it doesn't give a damn about what you think. It will deal with you. And some some traders or wannabe traders don't survive it. Why most people quit trading is because of the emotional torture that comes with it. It's a lot of torture. So, and the thing that is teaching men those lessons is price. Price doesn't care about your emotions. So, it's highly important that we are patient, we will wait, and we will wait until we are wrong. Until price proves us that we are wrong, only then we will stop waiting. But so far, we still have the possibility of getting what we expect. We will wait. We will wait. So yeah, I thought I would be exciting, or I thought this one would be exciting because the market came close to the point where we want it to break, but unfortunately, they started reversing it back up. We can't do anything. We can't force price to bend to our needs. So that's the rule number one. You just have to be fluid like water. If it's for the popular quote from Jet Li, he say you need to be fluid like water. So at this point, I need to be fluid. Bro, look at that reversal. Now it has flipped from that huge red candle to a green candle. It's now looking like a bullish hammer. We have less than 6 minutes for this candle to completely print, and where the market is now is quite unfortunate because it would have been nice if they used that push down to take out that low. You can see the low is not yet taken out. It came very close to it, but it did not take it out. And me being a stubborn guy, I will not go against my strategy. This looks like a good buy. Remember, I told you guys something. All right. Remember, I told you guys something. What did I tell you? If you're an early entry for early entry, and maybe if you did an early entry, you see, the market would have picked your order by now because this is where your entry would have been. You see that dotted line there? That would have been where entry would have been. I showed you guys that this drawing before now, and I later removed it after I gave the drawing the first time. But I can give you drawing again because I stand nothing to lose. I'm not in the trade yet, so there is no emotional investment in it for now. So this would have been the setup we would have gone for. This will give us this is the exact 2 to 1. Then if you're taking into consideration of the slippage and all of that, so the slippage, we like to use 1 pip at least. So 1 pip there. We also use 1 pip for the stop loss part. So by the time you do the proper adjustments and all, and put, then your TP would be a little bit higher because of those pip things we added. So your TP would have been around up there. This is for the early partakers. So if you want to enter early without waiting for the low to swipe, this looks good. All right, but for me, I have a set of rules and I'm not ready to start changing those rules now. Okay, I don't want to start changing the rules now. So that's why I would really want them to take that low out. So let's go over to the news now. All right. So I'm going to remove this because it's I like my chart to be clean so that I'll be able to explain the news. So two things is going to happen in this news. All right. So news is all about volume. It's all about quick movements, depending on the um the weight of the news. Okay, depending on the weight of the news. So I don't know this news. Let me if I okay, this is PPIMOM. I don't know, but yeah, the point I'm just trying to say is that once this news starts, two things are involved. All right. Remember, it's very quick. So it's either the news trades down into that our entry, then reverse up real quick. Those are the first thing. So it's either immediately the next candle start, which I believe is news. That will be the when this news will be coming out. It's either the market will trade down quickly first to take out liquidities there, then reverse up immediately to buy, or it can just come and just buy straight up without much movement, or it can just come and just sell off without much movement. So what can we do? What should we do? Okay, for me, what I would propose is, if you really want to partake in this trade, this is what I will do. You see that place we wanted to add our stop loss? That's where we put our entry because there is news coming out. So we don't want to be liquidated. So we'll give room. So maybe something around there. Of course, our TP will be all the way out there. And of course, our stop loss would aim for a 2 to 1, which would pull us down to somewhere there. We have less than 1 minute to go though, and I think the market is coming to that low. If they're able to swipe it now, fine and good. If they are not, okay, it's still coming down. Let me delete this drawing. Well, I think it's going to swipe that low, that our low. But the question now is, are we going to have enough time to enter before the news leaves us behind? We are coming close to it again. We have like 30 seconds to go. Price needs to swipe that level. I don't know why they just kept it there. That low needs to be taken out. We have less than 20 seconds to go now. It's less than 10 seconds now. That the low is already swiped. I got the alert. The low is already swiped. So I think we are good. The news is going to buy. But the still now is so quick. It's so quick for us. Oh, it's a sell. You see that sell. You see the sell coming in. Do you see that low? You see that sell. Thank God. You see? So do you see the advantages of waiting? Because assuming we entered, now we'll be destroyed because our stop loss is what the news will take out now. See, the news is selling. It is a sell. The news is selling. The news is selling. Serious sell. See, I'm wrong on that one. Based on the outcome. So it's good. You see, being patient, this is one of the advantages of patience. See what patience did for us. We waited and yeah, we are safe. Because remember, like I told you, if you entered early without waiting for that low to swipe, by now you'll be crying. But now we have news taking out the liquidity of that low. I am still bullish. Do you guys know that I'm still bullish? Yes, of course, I'm still bullish. So what's the move now? The move down is the leg in. Once we have a leg in, we are buying this market. I don't care what that sell looks like. If I have a good leg in, I am buying like tomorrow, no day. That is in pigeon. For the guys that don't understand pigeon English. I like the fact that it's a sell. I like the fact that it took out that low. I like the fact that it even took out this bigger low. You see that buy coming in. This market is going to buy. Let me even start getting my prepping my drawings. I like that rejection. You see that rejection that is coming in. I like that rejection. Let me see what it looks like on the EMA standpoint of things. Um, let's see what it looks like on the EMA standpoint of things. Okay, it's looking okay. I like the fact that we had that sell. That sell off is going to be good. Now we just need a leg in. Just a leg in, and we can go ahead. So, what's the next plan? I need to go and eat. I'm very hungry right now. So, what's the plan? The plan now is very simple. It's very simple. Well, it's not simple actually. Well, it's simple, but we just have to wait a little bit. We need to wait a little bit. So, two levels. So, what we can do is the shortest, the shortest way to tackle this market now is now that we have the low taken out, we now want this high to be taken out. I know some people will see this sell now and they will start panicking. Maybe the bulls that want to buy, they will see that sell and they will start panicking. But remember what I told you guys, they would always want to manipulate the market, making people think that they want to sell it only for them to do the opposite. And that's exactly what they are doing here. You see that sell, all that sell, you see how they've been able to buy it back up again. They've been able to buy it back up into a reasonable point and they are still buying it. As a matter of fact, if this candle should flip into a bullish hammer, at least take out this high here, I'll call it a candle breakout. Maybe take out the high of that candle. I'll just go ahead and buy. There's no two ways about it. There's no two ways about it. See that buy coming in. Very good buy. Very interesting buy. Very, very interesting buy. Where my music at? Where is my music at? Where my music at? If you guys like what we're doing here, please, the only way you can pay us back is like our videos, subscribe, share with people that you think that would want to partake, and yeah, this is looking good. I like the fact that You see, out of that whole push down, you see how they bought it back up. That's to tell you that there is buyers lying around. The bulls are lying around waiting for the market to, digest. Important level to break. Important level to break for entry. I think I'm leaving that in another L here. Turn into a bullish hammer, which is good. So this is looking like our stop loss. So I can get this guy out. Remember, add the pips. Okay, add the pips here. And we still have 7 minutes for this candle to completely close. You see how they bought back all that move. All that move. So if I'm to take this into consideration, if I'm assuming this red candle that is currently pretending to be the last that we will see, then our entry, let me zoom in a bit so I can get the actual top of it. I'll have to give it some breathing space. Just tiny one there. Then we can lay out the entry. I'll put it ahead so that it doesn't cluster everywhere. Then our TP, remember, will be aiming for those highs. Now you see this, our stop loss is now a bit bigger because of that move there. That means our TP will be slightly above the main. Okay, the ultimate. So you can see the ultimate liquidity. So we can even move it into the ultimate liquidity, which will be all the way there. But remember, we are not taking any action yet. This is just pre drawing. Okay. Once we are about to take any actions, I'll let you guys know. Would do everything here. So this is like a pre-drawing. Let me get the levels out so that it's going to be easy. So let me copy this. Call this pre-planned entry. This chart is getting messy, so I already know the levels that I would want them to break, so I would remove some of this so the chart will be neat. Pre-planned stop loss. Then what other thing? You have like 36.5. That's a lot of stop loss. That's a very big stop loss we have, and it's because of the news though, because the news gave a very long candle to work with. Pre-planned stop loss pips. I think it's 35.6. I'll confirm that and update 36.5 actually. 36.5. So everything you see here is pre-planned. None of them is actual yet because I know for the guys that are joining me from my Discord channel, this is for you guys because you guys know what to do with this. But for now, I'm not opening the order. just pre-drawing it so that when we have the confirmation, then we can either go with the pending order or market order, depending on where price is giving us this setup in. But looking at this looks good, but there is no need to get ahead of ourselves. It's extremely important that the levels that we want market to take out, that market does take them out before we engage, to avoid stories that touch the heart and to avoid being faster than our shadow. So yeah, this is it. Again, if you guys love what we do here, the like button is looking at you right in the face. And if you have not subscribed and you're wondering what is this guy doing, you can subscribe, turn on your notification bell, because that's the only way to make sure you don't miss out on things like this. And yeah, let's see, let's see, let's see what the market does. If you're still joining me, or if you're live, can I get a W on the chat? No, not a W or anything. Just type any character on the chat so that I know that I'm not talking to myself. In as much as I know I'm used to it, but I wouldn't want to be talking to myself, to be honest. So on the chat, you can give me a wave, a hi, something, just to know you're there. So while we wait for, yeah, I think this is interesting. You see how that whole push down, the market has, you know, pretty much they bought it back up again, which is good, which is looking very, very good. So I'm going to put on the music and we will use the music to wait for the final setup. Then we will enter and see what price has for us. If you're wondering what we are using all these informations here and how we work with it, for the guys that are in my Discord channel, they already know what to do with it. But for you out there that maybe you don't know, I can explain, but not in this video. All right? If you want to know, join the Discord channel. If you want the link to the Discord channel, comment on this video, and you will get it. So we have less than 10 seconds to go for this particular candle to completely print. And to be honest, I want to open my buy order now. But discipline, discipline is very important. I'm not going to open it now because the level I want them to break, they've not yet break. They've not yet taken that level out. So I'm not making any decision yet. We'll wait. We will wait. I'm not seeing the chat section interactions there, guys. If you're joining me live, just give me a W, a I, or something to know that you're there. All right, let me get the music on while we wait for for the setup to be completed. You see that thing I've told you about patience is the case. So assuming now we entered without our confirmation crossover, it means we are still trapped, and it means we will just be entering with hope. And we don't want to enter with hope. We want to enter with conviction. We want to enter with a plan. So that's why, in as much as you have your strategies on how you expect the market to set up, you should also have strategy on what you use in confirming your setup. So now we know we want to buy. Now the low that we wanted the market to swipe, the market swiped the low and more. This market really swiped the low the way I want it. The way I want it. So the thing now is we need to exercise more patience. Okay? We need to exercise more patience. And the more patient here is what? Is for us to wait and see if we will get the crossover that we need. If we will get the crossover that we need. So once we get the crossover that we need, only then can we now enter. I don't know why I'm having this feeling like I think I'm the only one on this live streaming. Because I'm begging, I'm seeing like 2 people or so are currently joining live and they are currently viewing, but nobody is interacting because, like I said, The chat section is there for you to interact with. So give me an eye if you're there, so that I know who and who is with me here, or at least let me know if I'm talking to myself. If I'm talking to myself, let me know if I should go and meet a doctor to look at my mental health. If that's not the case, I'm sure I'm talking to someone, so I can keep on talking. Okay, you're there. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate you, my man. I appreciate you. Yeah. If you are here, you are watching, oh, you never like this video, you are a traitor. I'll see you. But if you're here and you're wondering what is these people doing, then I would gladly introduce you to FX Adventure. Everything we do here is Forex. We trade, we do live streaming every day, and for anytime we are here, if we see a good setup, we trade it, okay? And we have a Discord channel where I have awesome people that are also into trading, and we do it together. All right, so the plan is we want to build a community where people have the same like minds, and yeah, we'll make money for ourselves, and see how far we can go with this career path. If you like what we do here, remember to subscribe, turn on the notification, and I'll give you reasons why you should. And the reason is that when we do live streaming like this, we don't pre-schedule it. So it's not like we pre-schedule the time we do live streaming. We only do live streaming when we have interesting opportunities in the market that we want to trade. Then we open up the live session like this, and we trade it together. Okay, so for you not to miss out in it, the only best way to grab on it is what? Always subscribe, turn on the notification, very, very important, so that whenever the live streaming like this starts, you will be notified. Another way you can make it easy for you is you join the Discord channel, because on the Discord channel I notify them before I start my live streaming. Okay, so that's another thing you can do. For you to join the Discord, use the comment section on this video or on the chat. Let me know so that I will drop the link for you to join. In the meantime, I think for the guys that joined from the beginning of the live stream, they already know how we got to where we are now, and what we're expecting. So what are we expecting? We're expecting a crossover. Once we get a crossover, then we can enter our buy. So we are aiming for a buy. Just the only issue is that we are yet to see the crossover that we need. Until we see that crossover, we'll wait. Okay? We'll wait. see the importance of discipline, patience. Okay, so what do I mean? Assuming we entered when we saw this bullish, when I say bullish hammer, I can still call it a bullish hammer, considering a very long week there. You can still see that a substantial amount of sales still came in as much as I know they are yet to take out this low, but it's reasonable. Imagine we enter immediately this kind of close here. That means we'll be taking all this loss, which is not good. So that's why I said every detail, every detail you see on the chart, on the candle, no matter how small you think it is very, very, very important. It's just like an artist. A professional artist knows for sure that a period, or what I mean by a period, a dot, just a dot is as important as 1,000 dots, or I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to put it so you will get the picture well enough. But the point I'm just trying to say is don't neglect anything, no matter how small you think it is, or no matter how infinitesimal you think that thing will affect the market. Trust me. Let me walk you through yesterday's trade. For the guys that joined the live stream yesterday, I hope I will still get it right. Yes, I remember. This was the level that we wanted price to break out from yesterday so that we could buy. I don't know if you guys remember. Remember when the market came up to this point, and I know yesterday I was telling you guys that we failed to close above it because we wanted market to close above, remember? So we failed to close above it, which made the market to sell off. And throughout that yesterday, you see the market never went back to that level again after it got rejected. Now, if you made an excuse, or maybe, yeah, I'll call it an excuse, where you just say, okay, we did not close above it, but at least we swiped it, is not enough. What we were looking for at that time was a close. If it doesn't give a close, no matter how long the week will be, it's not confirmed. And you can see what happened after. The market did not go to that level again up until today, up until now that you and I is here. So the same thing here right now, as this green line is the level we want the market to break, not swipe. Break means it will go above it, close above it. Only that time we will now look for our entry. But you can see the market is yet to do that. So that's why we are not yet buying this market. So we want the market to do that for us to get the full conviction, the full clarity before we enter. I'm quite hungry now because I need to go find something to eat. But I've started this live stream, so I might as well finish it before I take any other action. Another thing I can do is I would put on the music for you guys, step out, get something to eat, then come back. But let's see. Hopefully we can get it set up. We'll enter the setup, then I can now go to find something to eat. Either ways, I need to find something to eat. So, still on the matter. Let me see what our EMA is looking like. I see you, what be fair. When you be fair, I see you. Hi to you too. Hope you do have a wonderful day. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day and a productive one. Okay, so we have a new EMA update.